Thank you very much once again to you, Minister. This has been one of the most successful years for South African women in sport in a democratic South Africa. Tonight, the G-Sport Awards platform is boosted by the partnership with Momentum. Here for us all on our journeys to success, Momentum is also here to give us a pat on the back. And with that, we welcome the Group Chief Marketing Officer for Momentum up to the stage, Ms. Nontokozo Madonsela.
What a big room. Guys, it's a beautiful evening. Okay, so I'm super excited and a bit nervous. Good evening, distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen. I feel honored to have been given this opportunity to share some thoughts with you. We have gathered here tonight to celebrate phenomenal success by women in sport. For far too long, South African women's outstanding contribution to sport as participants and facilitators has not been given the recognition it deserves. Thanks to initiatives like G-Sport, this is now being challenged heads-on and step by step. For us as Momentum, when the opportunity arose to partner with Cass and her team, we did not hesitate to grab it because we saw an authentic alignment that brings to life the spirit of our No Apology for My Success campaign, which we've run during Women's Month. The journey to success requires one to have partners because there is power one can unleash exponentially when such partnerships work. Like the two brands, G-Sport and Momentum, who have come together not only to boldly and confidently celebrate the successes of our women in sport, but more importantly, to accelerate an ignited sense of pride in their success so that they lead by example and continue to inspire women around them. This is a start of a strong relationship, and it makes complete sense for the Momentum business as our DNA is rooted in partnerships and advice. We've seen how these two ingredients help to ensure sustainable financial success. That is why Momentum is also offering advice to all the G-Sport Awards finalists as part of the prize. Yes. The journey to closing this gap in how we recognize women in sport is so big. So big, in fact, that there are moments, tiny moments, when even I get afraid. You know when you have that voice that pops in your head? There's usually a big voice that says you're going to do this, and there's a tiny voice that says, are you sure you're going to do this? I'm talking about that tiny voice. It says in my head, will we do this justice? Is our contribution going to be adequate? I think this is good and motivating fear. And most importantly, I say to that tiny voice, we absolutely will, because the Momentum team takes the commitment towards women very seriously. I personally have adopted an approach, and my team knows this, that I call doing things afraid. This approach is inspired by the amazing Joyce Meyer. It's helped me in the past 20 years of my marketing experience, which has included a range of businesses in FMCG and in financial services. Success, obviously in a very competitive industry, has meant that I push the envelope, that I challenge the status quo. I'm a firm believer in unearthing human truths, in linking business to purpose, and in using this to give brands relevance. Success for me means doing work that gets noticed because it simply gives me joy. But to get there, I go through lots and lots of scary moments. You know, Cass and I chatted, and I said, when an idea scares me, that's when I want to jump in, because it's scary. It's usually the scary stuff that gets us noticed as distinctive brands. Ask any sportswoman here tonight, I'm sure there has been many moments when you all have been scared. I am confident, you will also hear different stories of what success has meant to these women over the years. For some of you, it might have been to win a medal, break a record, or to others to be selected into national teams. And I dare say that whatever the success has been for you, as you get older and wiser, the definition of that will change. The journey to success is very individual and of a personal nature. What is success to me is definitely not success to you. Please allow me to mention incredible successes that the minister has mentioned already, but it's deserving a second mention. So, for the 2019 Comrades Marathon winner, Gerda Steyn, her success, besides winning it, might have been the fact that she smashes the women's uprun record. For South Africa's latest athlete's sensation, 19-year-old Rogale Joseph, it might be the fact that she is Africa's under-20 champion in 100 meters and 400-meter hurdles. For our very own Sarah Khumalo, success might be that she conquered the highest peak, becoming the first Black African woman to summit Mount Everest. Thembi Kgatlana, who scored Banyana Banyana's opening goal in their first ever FIFA World Cup appearance a few weeks ago, success for her might be that she is the national team's top goal scorer. Banyana Banyana coach Desiree Ellis might view success for her as having been the first coach to qualify the national women's team for FIFA World Cup, Women's World Cup. After many tried, we know there have been many attempts, and it took a sister to get this one done. Yes, no apology for my success moment for sure. Or that she's the first person to win the regional COSAFA Women's Championship as a player and coach. Phenomenal. And for the queen of athletics, Caster Semenya. Success, yes. The queen. Success might be that despite all the IAAF challenges, she is still in good spirits. She's towering above all the odds, while she remains unbeaten over the 800-meter distance since 2015. For these few women I have just mentioned, plus many others who are here tonight and everywhere in the country, celebrating their successes is really about honoring their gifts, their talents, their abilities, and their skills. There is nothing arrogant about that. They have all worked incredibly hard, sacrificed so much to achieve what they have achieved. Of course, they have received support here and there, partnered with a mentor or someone to help on their journey, and that is what also is needed. As I was preparing for tonight, I realized that honestly, there are moments when we as women are a part of the problem. We allow and continue to allow society to condition us in a way that makes us shy away from owning our successes. And we think that's normal. It's not. It's not normal as a woman to feel uncomfortable about being vocal about your achievements for the fear of being judged, for coming across sometimes as arrogant, maybe, but that's not normal. There's a lot of research that's been done about this topic of women struggling to talk about their achievements and boldly owning them. I want to quote the incredible Chimamanda Adichie, who reminds us how the world has biases that translate in the language we use daily. I would like to mention a few of these instances inspired by her. A woman is arrogant, but a man is confident. A woman is controlling, but a man is a leader. A woman is a ball breaker, but a man is uncompromising. A woman is manipulative, but a man is strategic. A woman is self-centered, but a man has charming confidence. A woman wants too much money, but a man has presented reasonable numbers that can be negotiated. Right? These are just a few that have become a norm in our conversations. I challenge each one of you in this room, especially the media. You have the power to tell stories that the world sees. Please use the platforms to challenge the stereotypes and to inspire positive narratives. We have set up as Momentum an exhibition outside in the lounge area, which has a physical manifestation and demonstration of how such narratives can be flipped. We've called it the Momentum Gallery, and we invite you to browse as you enjoy the drinks after the formalities. As I draw near conclusion, I would like to share a personal story. I was born and bred in KwaZulu-Natal, born the eldest of 5 children. As a little girl, I witnessed women playing diverse roles in the community. My mother, PG Mpofana, was not different, but her journey of raising us took a different route without my father, who passed on in 1995. For as long as I can remember, Mam PG, as she is fondly known, she made space for her daughters to voice what they are good at, to be independent in how we pursued our careers. I'm so grateful that my mother and my family show their pride when I share about my accomplishments. We celebrate our successes as a family. It's beautiful. Now, as a mother of 2 sons, Mpumelelo and Gohle, I encourage them to participate in celebrating me as their mother, as well as women in their lives. We need more men to celebrate our strengths, our accomplishments, and our wins. Having said the above, I do struggle with public acknowledgement. For instance, I always feel uncomfortable when I am being introduced in public and the MC reads about my professional accomplishments as a marketer. I really just wish the MC would stop, despite that they're being factual and accurate. In my mind, I just don't find it necessary. I think, oh my God, I'm so shy. I have somehow reduced my successes to being in a closeted way away from the public so that I'm not perceived as bragging or arrogant. In my home, however, my boys talk about how they have single-handedly led their sports teams to winning at school, even though sometimes it's near winning and almost scoring. But they scream this from the gates when they come back from a weekend of sports. Funny, but boys. So I know also that my friends who are raising daughters have similar instances where their daughters go out to play sports and the daughters actually score, but they don't scream about the scoring and helping actual teams win as they enter the gate and come back home. So I want us to not shrug this and reduce it to, boys will be boys and girls will be girls. As parents, we have a huge job to do to changing this mindset. Like most things, it starts at home. Whatever your daughters have achieved, that deserves so much celebration, all the heroing, and all the support as you give to your sons. We as parents, aunts, uncles, and grannies need to celebrate our girls as much as we do those of our boys. There is no need to apologize for our successes, be it personal, professional, financial, or any other term you want to define your success to be. We must never equate owning our successes with exaggerated arrogance or bragging, but in fact, if it is done to honor our gifts, our talents, abilities, and skills. Why should we deny the stuff we're excellent in? With that in mind, I would like to leave you with words inspired by the American author Marianne Williamson's poem, one of my favorites, Our Deepest Fear. Your playing small as a woman does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about you shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. I want to encourage all the winners and nominees tonight to boldly and unapologetically own their success. Thank you.